Hello, everyone, and welcome to Midgardy RPG. My name is Hikaru, and this is Madness, our Dungeon of the Mad Mage game. And I'm going to start with my players today.
Hello, I'm Garmbreak1, and I play Torch, investigator. And one of these weeks, I will remember that it's not Inquisitor, it's not Instigator, it's Investigator, which is a custom class done by Mage Press. I'm a Fire Ganassi with a really nice cane that is definitely just a cane for a feeble old man and not a terrifying weapon in any capacity. Um, and I'm not using a fancy voice changer or anything. Zio.
Hi, I'm Zayo. I'm playing Remy Susanna. She is an arcane domain cleric and a Azamar. She uh, she is very protective of a tiny child we have just encountered. Um, Even though she is also a tiny child. Totally, yeah. I'm a little out of it today. Apologies. Pie.
Hey, I'm Pi. I'm playing the same character, unlike the rest of these mofos. Only Dracottery, the Draconic Sorcerer Hexblade Warlock, definitely a Tiefling, and this delay in stream brought to you by the fact that a bug landed on my screen and I may have ran away.
I mean, that's valid. Hi, I'm Sho. I'm currently playing Tetrin Estar, a College of Masks bard and wizard, archaeologist, winged tiefling, and sometimes peripherally I might be playing Nadir, who's a completely different dude. Karu, that's all of us.
Great. Well, I knew that. Absolutely. Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Hikaru, and this is Madness. All right, so before we begin, I would like to thank our sponsors. Roll20.net is a virtual tabletop page system service that lets you play tabletop games online with your friends, like these mofos here. It's got a bunch of features like dynamic lighting and automated sheets, not shirts. I'm not sure what an automated shirt is.
Oh man.
Um, but yes, with automatic rollers and even a character mancer, which is basically like a tutorial mode fill your sheet automatically version of, for I think D&D 5th edition, Pathfinder, and possibly more this year. So we'll see about that. So yeah, thank you Roll20 for the sponsorship. Someday I will make a good ad for you guys. In the meantime, we'll just continue using you and showing off all the things you can do on stream. So speaking of, oh, I already did move you there. I am going to Shing Garm. There we go. Last we left off, you all infiltrated, if that could be called that way, the House Freth stronghold, spoke to Rilna Freth.
We spoke to definitely the matriarch. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so you spoke to the Castellan, I don't know how it's pronounced.
Castellanos! Wait, no, wrong game.
First, threatened that to told her you were here to kill her, and then she was like, I'm not the matriarch. Hi. But then she said she was cool with you guys killing the matriarch because, situation.
Look, the thing is, we went in, we're like, okay, we got kind of paid to kill you, and she's like, that ain't me, and we're like, oh, my bad. Could you point us in the direction of the lady we're supposed to kill? Okay, thanks, bye. And she's like, oof, that way?
You're not very good at this, are you?
Luckily
Look,
for
we
you
succeeded.
folks, she had talked to Nadir ahead of time.
It's fine.
And was informed that you were heading in this direction, and they apparently had some plotting happening before you arrived. So you were shown the way. You murdered a pregnant woman, managed to save her child, murdered her brother and the two consorts, and saved the child and the husband. Well, the other consort.
Wait. 2 consorts.
Yeah.
Well, they were not consorts as much as vying to
Number
be her
one.
next consort.
Number 2.
Oh, I thought you meant the.
No, the spy was not a
Oh,
consort.
no.
The spy
No, I'm
was
talking
not a
about the guys
consort.
that died immediately because they had like 13 hit points.
My bad.
You know, the afterthoughts.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure that's not what she mentally called them.
Probably. I mean, she probably enjoyed the attention, let's be real. Especially as a like late pregnant woman. 2 guys who want to do anything to please you. So yeah, you've also found an imprisoned slave from House Avendar, who you well not slave, spy. And what else? I think you guys were in the process of figuring out what we were going to do with all these loose ends.
Oh. I would like to go over to this guy's body and just kind of rifle through it. If we
Also,
haven't
that's
already.
not very nice. Usually you name them instead of call them a loose end.
Driven Freth.
No, I meant the baby.
That's not.
The baby isn't a loose end. Fuck you.
I mean, it's at the end of a cord. It's more like a knot.
No, we made sure to cut that cord.
I mean, humans are basically weirdly shaped donuts. So, really, it's a donut on a string.
This incredibly intellectual analysis of how birth works, brought to you by, I almost said Smite Club, by Midgardia.
Garm.
I ain't been Smite Club for like 5 years.
Yeah.
I think it's been longer than that.
No, about 5 years.
No. No longer than that.
No,
dude.
the launch tournament was 2014. And we went on for like... Anyway.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
Choo-choo! Wait, did we name the baby?
I don't think that's our place. Otherwise, we're calling it Spider Kid, and
No.
No.
so it's not our place. I'm glad we've established this, and everybody agrees with me.
Donut Elf?
No.
I know.
I believe the father already said he was naming her Amalika.
Thank.
No, he
Oh.
no, he didn't.
No, he
but-
didn't.
He didn't, however, comma.
Well, now he has.
That sounds like a wonderful name, I assume.
I don't know.
Alright.
Wait, can you spell it out? Where's the apostrophe go?
No apostrophe.
Remember,
What kind of
that's an
drow ass
Alvendar
name is
thing.
this?
Remember,
Eh.
it's an Alvendar thing.
Avendars have all the apostrophes, the Freth don't.
Yeah.
I swear other houses have them.
Mm-mm. Not this one.
So Driven has a spell book.
Okay.
You also notice he has an iron ring on one of his fingers.
Ooh. Okay.
Is it his pinky?
No.
Damn it.
Why would it be his pinky?
Alright. What
Why would it
spells
be
are
his
in
pinky?
Sid's spellbook?
A lot.
Oh. Oh my.
For our
A
listeners, that's
lot.
Firebolt, Light, Mage Hand, Prestidigitation, Shocking Grasp, Detect Magic, Identify Mage, Armor, Magic Missile, Detect Thoughts, Mirror Image, Misty Step, Counterspell, Fly, Lightning Bolt, Banishment, Fire Shield, Stone Skin, Cone of Cold, Scrying, Wall of Force, Globe of Invulnerability, Teleport, Mind Blanket, Time Stop.
Important
Look,
question. Do I take that audio clip out of context and put a beat behind it and put that on our YouTube channel?
Yes.
I feel like he had more on him, though. I guess not. I mean, that's already a shit ton of spells that you cannot cast.
Well, I can cast
Yet.
Yet.
the cantrips in the level ones.
What level was he?
I'm pretty sure you can't cast cantrips even if you get them from another spell book show.
No, you can't.
Nah.
He was a level 18 caster.
Yeah, he had a level 9 spell.
Yeah.
Time Stop. And I'm keeping this particularly for that spell. Not like Tethrin's ever going to be able to.
You make me want to use my wizard instead of Omitra.
This book is very, very nice to
My
wizards.
purebred wizard.
So I would also. I'm not gonna bother taking more than a minute, so I'm gonna cast Identify
Okay.
on the ring. See if it's magical or anything.
Why wouldn't you see if Omitra, Mister, can detect
Oh.
magic at will?
Well then, fine.
Sees magic
Hey, Omitra,
first.
is this magic first? I wanna.
Okay.
I wanna.
More importantly, first before I do that is the baby magic.
The baby is not magic.
Smack.
We
See?
are all magic.
Internet, babies aren't magical. All right, is the ring magical?
Well, the baby's never experienced friendship. That's the problem here.
Mm-hmm. The ring is magical, yes.
Okay. Identify, please.
All right. It seems to be a control ring for an object,
An
a
object.
construct.
Curious.
All right, cool.
I
Is
hope
there
my.
anything else?
Sorry, go ahead.
Is there anything else magical while I'm spying?
Mm,
I mean, you might want to look at the chick that.
not in this room. You do notice that all the doors in this area have magic on them. And your detect magic is 30 feet, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'd also go back into the prison. Maybe
Well, I
there's
mean, you're
magic
within
shit.
30 feet.
Okay.
Though the walls will stop it.
Yeah,
because
I
they're
might,
stone
like-
walls.
Have to go into the doorway or whatever.
Yeah. That area, no magic.
Okay.
While you guys are looting bodies and trying to calm down baby child who is probably getting hungry, you do hear a bit of a commotion out the door leading deeper into the into the fortress, like that way.
Well, I'm sure that has nothing to do with us.
And Omitra, you notice that the thing that you guys covered last time is still there, the little casket box.
Yeah, any cool shit in there, like blankets or whatever?
Are you opening the box?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one told me.
The box is lined with purple velvet, and it has a gold music box sitting on top inside of it.
It did. Yes. I'm just gonna stick that in my bag.
Okay.
Is it
With
magical?
the casket?
Would it?
The casket also looks like a art piece.
Would it fit?
It's a small casket, though it weighs 15 pounds, so you'd have to keep track of that because there's a
I'll
weight
just
limit.
put a blanket over it and I'll just carry it.
Remy does have a bag of holding.
So does Torch.
So does Catherine.
Also, the cradle does have the spider silk blankets, and then the canopy has like silver thread and 6 tiny jeweled spiders that look also pretty expensive.
Look, that baby's gonna need help. Those will pay for therapy.
They can't form memories this early.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll take 3 of them,
Also-
alternating, so that looks good.
I mean, to be fair, you could take the rest and give it to Dad for, money, because we're going to probably have to sneak the kid and the dad out of here.
Also, it's not like we just killed everybody in here and we're now looting the place. We killed the matriarch to form into an alliance with House Avrandar. These people, like, they're not... It might be bad for the political relations if not only do we kill the matriarch, but we also loot all their, like, precious heirlooms and stuff. I mean, take the baby
but
casket.
We're not of Arvindar.
Yeah, but we're agents of Avrandar.
No.
Kind
No,
of.
they didn't.
We're
they didn't
agents
tell
of
us.
us.
Yeah, they didn't tell us that.
We're only agents of Avangard if they pay us.
They were planning to
And I
pay
don't
us.
trust them to do it.
I mean, that's fair. Anyway, if this comes back to bite us in the ass, I warned you. And then
Yeah,
we'll get venom.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because spiders are venomous.
I mean, again, if there are a couple things that look like they can be valuable, we can give those to the dad so he can sell those for money to take care of his kid and himself.
Yeah.
I mean, I am gonna give the spider motif blankets or whatever to
Dado.
Remy, because I
Oh,
think she might still be holding the baby.
Remy is hovering close to the dad, making sure the kid's okay and trying to help calm her down,
Alright.
but she
Remy.
is being held by daddy right now.
Remy, here, have some blankets. Go cocoon the kid or whatever the hell you guys do.
Are we going to send Daddy-O and the kid to Nadir's home for imaginary friends? Or...
Daddy-O.
Considering she's a girl, I would suggest having Elrune maybe help him and the kid to the surface, and Elrune's mom can help with that kind of stuff.
Man, you know who sounds like a protagonist for a follow-up campaign?
This child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is somebody's backstory.
Let's see, orphan kid. If we kill off
Not
the mentor, it can
orphan.
be played by Show.
Not orphan. She still has her dad.
You can hear the baby
Yeah.
crying.
It sounds like a cat chirp.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a hungry boy.
Sad, hungry boy.
Oh, sad, hungry boy.
At least you
All
have
right,
a smart
well.
cat that just makes sad, hungry boy noises instead of eating your goddamn toothbrush.
He was hungry.
No, he wasn't. He gets fat. He just likes my toothpaste, and I've changed toothpaste. He just chews on my toothbrush.
Anyways, so we still have to get out of here, and we should probably, let that chick we first talked to know about what's going on. Is the guy who was playing dead still here, or did he actually leave?
No, he's there.
Yeah, but
I'm asking because Carr might have left and Carr didn't touch the token, because I don't think he's still playing dead.
No, he's not still playing dead. He got up a while ago, and I think he said he went to find Rilna and inform him of what happened.
Her.
Yeah, her.
Sorry. You do hear a voice you recognize coming from beyond the door. Loud noises, something upset. Some people
like, what kind of voice were you
they're talking in Undercommon.
No, I mean, is this Rilna or is this someone else?
Rilna trying to placate two people. Placate two people who seem not too happy.
With whomst?
I'd like to real quick prestidigitate myself to make sure that I don't have any blood or anything on
Two
me.
females.
Actually, that's a good point. I'm going to do the same thing, considering,
Yeah.
And
All right, prestidigitate crew, let's go. There's
Yeah.
3 of us.
Get all signs of blood off of you.
Hey, Torch, can you prestidigitate?
No, but I always look dashing.
No, we're talking about the room.
Oh. Nope, no help there. We did just kill a bunch of people and cast a fireball into it.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
but the fireball cleans more than everything else.
You and I have very different opinions of cleaning.
Alright.
We have very different opinions about many things. I
Hey.
suppose cleaning's one of them.
hey, people who understand Undercommon, what are they talking about?
Oh, that's Rilna talking to some ladies, and they're not happy about something or other. I don't know.
I wonder what.
They might come in here and
I think
kill
one
us.
of them's sleeping with the other's boyfriend.
You hear the door start to open.
Remy immediately goes in front of Dad and the baby.
I'd like
Shield
to act
ready.
Sorry. I'd like to act natural.
I'd like to make my mask go into the...
Ooh, I'd like to lounge on the bed.
Omitra, no,
One of
not
these
not
is
that natural.
Not like the others.
And then... Is there a chair around here?
No.
I would like
Okay.
to
Stand in the presence of the Mitra.
physically hoist Omitra into a less conspicuous position.
I do ask Dad to back up a little with the kid because he is too close to that goddamn door.
And have Avendar spy to not be as obvious. You're supposed to be a spy. Come on.
Uh-huh. He just walks into the other room.
Okay.
From the corridor beyond, you see Rilna and two females, a human dressed in robes and another human dressed in like dark leathers and like a cool looking like mask that she has pulled down, but it's like,
Oh. Right, that was that.
they kind of stop, look at what's inside, look at you. So what's all this then in common?
I would like to use one of the charges on. Why are you healing anything? You are literally not programmed to do a goddamn thing. Apparently, if I click on Staff of Flowers, it uses the calculations for the Healy pot. If I click on Healy pot, it also heals.
That makes sense, at least.
It's because nothing is programmed.
Oh, I wonder if that's what was up with Thunderstep as well.
Because it's outputting an attack and spell card. Interesting. Anyway, I would like to use my Staff of Flowers to make a spider flower appear. That is a legit thing. It is a flower with a purple or white like petals with really, really long I believe stipes with the pollen things basically sticking out. So it basically looks like petals with really long legs. It looks like a daddy long legs, only a flower.
I don't think that answers the question.
Hello, ladies.
We probably should have come up with a cover story in the time that we had.
Well,
what was the general's thank you for the resub, Jesus? What was the name of / rank of the general? It was like, it wasn't Contrarian. It's however the C, I think.
Castellan.
Castellan.
Castellanos.
I admit I did have a brief moment wondering how that double L was pronounced, but I assume if anybody was going to get that right, it would be you.
I have no idea how it's pronounced in English.
Okay.
I think it is pronounced like the
Spanish version? Castellans?
All right.
It's either that or Castellane, and that sounds real dumb. So
I will look it up after I finish saying stuff. You cast a asterisk and ask her. That sounded better before I fucked everything up. I don't know. You know what? I don't have a good thing to say here. We could claim she died in childbirth. We could be like, hey, go ask the Castellan.
She couldn't handle me.
Killed Erilal and driven Freth, I see.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
The one dressed in
couldn't handle
robes
me.
is looking like rummaging around Driven's body, kind of stands up, and took his spell book. So which one of you is the spellcaster? Stares at Omitra.
I'm just gonna go foop, and just make some little flames in my hand. And another spider flower.
I see. Interesting.
I'm also gonna take out my warlock tome and start pressing one of the flowers.
I am going to point out Omitra is the only one not wearing armor, so no, Omitra even is wearing armor, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is
All of us are wearing.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
I'm not wearing any.
So and Omitra's wearing like kind of robe-looking clothing, so
Yeah, I definitely look like the caster.
the best spell you can cast?
It is pronounced Castellan.
I was correct then. Interesting.
Alright. Sorry, she asked what was the best spell I could cast?
Yeah.
I'd like to insight if she's asking about the highest level or the most useful.
Can I insight too? Because I'm curious as to why the fuck she's asking this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Sure. She is
Ignore
asking,
the guidance.
She is asking about what's your highest level spell, basically.
So I got a 25.
I got 15.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell her I specialize in fireballs.
No. Have you heard that there's an academy where you can learn better spells here?
Oh.
It's a few levels up. And they can teach you the ways of casting, and you can cast things more powerful than fireballs.
Like bigger fireballs, yes.
Well, there is Meteor Storm, yes.
That one's terrifying.
That's like throwing many fireballs at once.
Isn't
I
there
don't
also-
think he should learn that one. Just saying.
Ooh, now I definitely want it. I don't even know
You
what level
can't
spell
yet.
it is.
You can't. It's level 9, I think.
It's either 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Yeah. Elytra, you're not yet. Imagine the one I did, but even more powerful. Like a
Uh-oh.
lot more powerful.
I'm watching the caster to see how she reacts to the fact that Remy just admitted to casting magic.
Oh, you mean like the... Wait, Remy, is that why you wouldn't let me take the tiny meteor spell?
Yes.
When I was testing that... I should have taken that. For our listeners, Meteor Swarm is level 9. However, Melf's Minute Minute Meteors is a level 3. Same as Fireball.
So, turning back to the people who might murder us. So, what do you people intend to do about it?
Oh, nothing, but we have no interest whatsoever in helping House Freth now that Erlil and Driven are dead. So, and she turns back to Rilna. We'll be canceling our offer of allying with your family. Good day.
Where are you from?
If you went to where we're from, you would die.
That doesn't answer my question. Like, if I would die going to the place that you're from, wouldn't it be good to tell me so I don't go there and die?
Wait a
You
minute.
wouldn't be able to arrive there before dying.
The
But if you
abyss?
must know, she gives like a flourish and a bow. My name is Malene Shadowdusk, and I am from the Shadowdusk family.
Huh.
Oh, wait a minute.
Carl, how much do I know about this family?
Yeah, how much do I know?
Those of you who have any chance of knowing history about Waterdavian royal noble families, give me a history check.
28.
Wow.
24.
19.
You guys read the news, don't you?
No, I
Remy's
just,
grown up in Waterdeep.
I look very nice and can fit in at most parties.
Can I roll with disadvantage to see if I've heard it in the inn?
And I'm
Sure.
more
Or
of a
in,
historical
like-
society.
Scortport.
11 and 11.
Apparently not.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to roll, though.
So, all of you but Amitra have heard of the Shadowdusk family, mostly because the Shadowdusk family became famous for sponsoring and then leading and many adventuring expeditions into the Undermountain. They apparently found some kind of magical tablet in one of their expeditions, and through a series of bizarre events, eventually in the year 1355, the year of the harp, their villa, the Shadow Dusk Hold, was burned to the ground.
What?
And that was the last that anyone heard of the Shadow Dusk family.
Shadow
Wait, I
Dust.
thought your family was gone.
Hell, dead.
Oh no. The rumors of her death are a bit overstated. We just went into the Underdark. The Undermountain, sorry.
What race is this
Cool.
Shadow Dusk person?
Human.
Human.
Okay.
She is an
Really?
Eluskan human.
Wait.
The
What's
tokens are
Eluskan?
just I'd have to look that up.
What's up, Zio?
So you live down in the Undermountain, right? What level do you live down on? Like, how far have you been? I'm curious. Have you seen anything weird before? Oh, Omitra, what's that thing that you're always asking about? Maybe they
Oh,
know.
yes. We are looking for an Ankh.
Interesting that you are looking for that. Yes, I know exactly where it is.
Also, have you seen this man? And I'm gonna prestidigitate Sorano. His name is Sorano
No
Plisop.
idea.
Also,
No
do you know
idea.
anything about dragons down here?
There are plenty of dragons down here. My
Female.
family is close to Hallister.
Ah,
My congratulations and condolences.
Is that related to your manor burning down?
Oh no, that was just an accident. But we have a
Oh.
better manor now, a much nicer manor.
Sometimes you just need to redecorate.
Correct.
Karu, do I feel like I can trust this woman at all?
You can't trust
Like-
anybody who agrees with Omitra's reasoning.
That's
also-
a fair point.
And also people who are close to Hallister.
Yeah, but the thing is they
But
seem to be.
do you
doing
mean
their own
trust
thing.
her to like keep a promise, to tell the truth? Trust her to do what?
Trust her to either tell the truth or not. Like, mostly to tell the truth.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Remy wants to ask about the shadow dragon. 16.
Far as you can tell, she's not lying.
She
Like
doesn't really.
she hasn't, like, unless she's boasting, because like she says that like she's so close to Hallister and everything, but also she seemed interested in magic users and also possibly recruiting people for the academy that is run by Hallister. So, well,
Yeah. So,
Um,
by any chance, have you heard of a shadow dragon?
oh, you're talking about Umbraxar.
Yes. Do you know what level he's on?
I know that some people take it to like numbers, but honestly, that's so
Drab.
drab.
Listen, I'm just curious how far away we are from him. I kind of have to find him.
Quite a few levels. Past the Crystal Labyrinth, past the Sea Deeps, to Vanrak Doom. That's where you have to go if you want to find that dragon.
Vanrak Doom. Okay, I need to remember that. Vanrak Doom. Okay.
No, it's actually spelled Doom, like Doom.
Ooh.
Doom.
And like you're sure he's still there, right? Like,
Oh yes.
okay. Good to know. Thank you.
So hold on a minute. Are you the group that has been brought here by Hallister to make up for the failure of the first group who tried to kill that lich?
What?
What?
Well, you
No.
said you were here looking for the Ankh.
Well, one
Correct.
of our friends is.
Compatriots, yes.
That Ankh is not leaving Undermountain until it has completed its purpose.
Great.
I'm
Wait,
sure.
it has a purpose?
Then we will complete its purpose, I suppose.
Mm.
Oh, excellent. I will inform Hallister that you're on your way then.
Okay.
Don't die like the other group did.
Wait, are you saying the group who brought it are dead?
Yes.
Okay.
Show
Well,
wasn't
let's go.
that group.
Nope.
No.
Okay,
That
two
was
different
not
groups.
mine.
Okay.
That was not mine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she would have said that she knew the guy that I showed her because that was the guy.
Anyways, I think I'm done with you people, and I have no interest in House Freth anymore. So, good luck with the holding back the mind
can't
blank
even
was
remember
just
it.
cast over
Avrendar?
my mind.
Also, before they leave, I did send you a couple of whispers.
I will double check Minotaurs.
Oh,
Oh, good.
right.
Wait, Minotaurs?
Yeah,
Uh,
they're the other people who live on this level.
right.
Yes, now that you have shattered this family, I'm sure that the Minotaurs will take over this hold quite quickly.
We'll see about that. Regardless, it was a
Hi.
pleasure meeting you.
I look at the PM I sent you.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for Kara to answer mine.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because this person might have info, but Remy doesn't know about this.
Give me an insight check. Bye.
Oh wow, that's a 24.
24.
I'd say at this point, yes.
Ooh. All right. So she has talked about casters, blah, 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 that stuff. All right. I would like to make a small bouquet of some of the commonly asked for things of the apothecary.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe five? Yeah, 5 or so.
Okay.
And wrap the bouquet in a scroll and hand it to her and say that I'm sure we will meet again when we make it further down. Unless, of course, say something terrifying happens on the surface and then we have to go deal with that like a Tarask. But what are the odds of that?
I'm watching her.
Does she
very
react
closely.
at all?
Yeah, I'm watching her very closely.
Remy's just really confused looking at Omitra like, a Tarask? What the?
Yeah, I assume Torch and Remy just exchange looks of.
I mean, Remy's been sent
Yeah,
to
you
guard
see her
Omitra,
react.
but
Oh. Huh. Well.
She's not very charismatic.
How does she react?
Yeah, in what way? Is it like a cringe? Is it like an oh?
Or is it the fuck, that would be bad? Or how the fuck do you know about that?
Or the
Give me an insight check.
that one?
23.
Oh my god.
The latter.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna say, I thought so. Perhaps this could be a good gift for preparations then. And I'm just gonna give her a wink. And flirt. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold the scroll and flowers together with the non-magical gold ring with moonstone or moons on it.
Okay. She takes the offering, kind of staring at you now intently, kind of trying to read you and maybe memorize your face and like, well, I'm sure we'll meet again. What's your name?
I'm just going to bow and tell her, I'm Omitra Katari, the smirk tiefling.
Really?
Look, if she buys it, she's not that smart, and if she doesn't buy it, then she'll figure it out.
Fair enough.
She kind of shakes her head and goes, You mean half elf?
Oh, good, you weren't completely useless.
Omitra, can you stop trying to piss off people?
Oh, yes, and you're still, what, 25?
26?
You said 28 earlier.
No, I didn't.
And you said 24 before that.
No, I didn't.
I'll leave you with your tiny child problems. And the two walk off.
Do people always bicker in front of,
Yeah,
Okay.
it lowers their guard.
It
Don't
shows you
think
have
that's
empathy
true.
and makes you more believable.
Also, hi.
Actually, that is true, Graham.
It really is.
Uh-huh.
Well, that went. You know, that Shadow Dusk woman does have a point. Unless we get back up soon. I'm afraid we won't have enough people to protect this place if the Minotaurs decide to attack.
Well, we could get our stuff back and then head back to the Alrindar forces and bring them in now that this place has been, choose the euphemism you prefer. I'll be going with pacified.
Hastily cleansed. Hastily.
I will say, if we're given the chance to rest a bit and I can pray to my goddess, I could maybe be able to cast sending tomorrow morning and directly message someone to, suggestion.
That would be possible, yes. I can also send a bat, but that would take longer. I can send a bat to your friends from the Alvendars and have them come here.
That could work. Like, you could send it now, and then in the morning I send my message and be like, hey, there's a bat coming who's going to, lead you to
with more details.
Yeah. Like, because sending can't send a whole lot, but at least they'd be able to be like, hey, this bat is coming to bring you here. House Freth wants to
Surrender.
Yes.
Ally themselves with you now.
Yeah, that.
Very well. She kneels down by Driven's body and starts looking at his fingers. Where's his ring? Where'd the ring go? She looks.
I'm just going to hold it up.
She holds her hand out.
Come here. You know what? I
No, don't
toss it in the air, and Mage Hand catches it, and then just kind of wafts.
Okay. She takes the ring, puts it on. I have to go alert our sentries and bring the Iron Spider in.
Also, I have.
That's what
The what?
The Iron Spider.
I have one request. Please don't mention the baby. Because I'm assuming the baby's still making noises. Like, let's be real here.
It's a baby.
Yeah.
You might want to go to the kitchen and see if you can get some milk for it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Make sure no one learns about it. Because I'd honestly rather even House Alvendar not know about her.
It's a her.
Yeah. Listen, please don't mention the baby to anyone. I would rather news of her existence not reach House Alvendar, so you know it's safe for her. Please.
Very well.
Thank you.
Only Freth individuals can enter the keep, and those who have been given permission. So as long as you are here, and there is another bedroom down the hallway. The kitchen is just across from here.
Okay.
Karu,
Yes.
what kind of milk is it?
Don't ask.
It's too late.
God damn it.
Probably spider milk? I don't know if spiders can have milk.
They're not mammals.
You can milk the venom.
Milk the venom.
It's a
I
real
don't think we
job.
want to give.
I would also buy spider cows, kind of like the Buggalo in Futurama.
Also, first of all, if you don't think they milk spiders and give it to the Drow as like maybe an immunity thing,
Okay,
and I don't know what world you're living in. Also, I want to ask Rilna for her old room so that when we come visit, I can have my own room.
good luck with
That
that.
will depend entirely on what happens in the future and where I will be heading. For now, that is still my room. But there is a guest chambers down the hallway.
Thank
The
you.
other
I'm
thing
gonna
they
go
have
get...
is lizards, giant lizards. So maybe giant lizard milk? I don't know.
Do you know how
Maybe.
Fat
reptiles
milk.
work, Karu?
I was kind
They
of
don't
thinking.
got titties.
I was thinking
Well,
like.
we're talking about giant.
Yeah, well, we're talking about magic. I was thinking like maybe the opposite of the goats that produce silk.
Honestly, I was imagining that considering there's mushrooms that produce water, there might be ones that produce a substitute to milk.
Yeah, some kind of
that
like.
was my other.
Oh
that
yeah,
was
they
my
squeeze
other-
rocks.
There's mushrooms that produce water.
Yeah,
They also
produce
have
water.
troglodytes, so they probably have troglodyte milk. They have troglodyte slaves.
Anyways, Remy's going to get food for the baby.
Okay.
Do you want help? No, you know what? I don't want to help you. Okay, have fun.
She just wants to take care of this baby and figure out how to, get her out of here. She is going to be sending a message in the morning to, the people we said we are. She's also going to be sending one to Elrond to warn her about what's going to be happening. And hey, please be ready. We are going to be bringing in some 2 people who are going to need help getting to the surface. And she might also send a message to one other Drow she knows for assistance on that.
That'd be funny to see how quickly or not quickly he responds.
Well, for the time being, I suggest you not leave the inside of the fortress so you don't get mobbed by angry Drow.
Not planning to.
There may still be some who are loyal to Erlo above myself and will try to attack once news of this spreads. And I can assure you it is already spreading.
Good to know. We shall remain here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have my feeble old man cane back?
And my rapier. As I...
And my holy symbol?
I'll have them brought to you.
Thank you.
Oh, the holy symbol is given to you by
Okay.
Royal Justice.
I mean, Remy's other shit still needs to be returned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would Rilna... Does it look like she has a lot of guards around her, or does she need more? Like,
She
how many...
just has the guy that you guys left. He's got 8
Okay.
hit points right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna offer to walk with her as she goes about these tasks, since her security seems to be a bit lacking at the moment.
Honestly, I don't think it would be wise to have you accompany me. It's okay. I'll ask Nadir for backup.
Wait, he's here?
Yes, I'm surprised he hasn't entered yet.
If you see him before we see him, can you let him know I want to talk to him, please? Thank you.
I will do that.
Thank you.
thought he was by the back. And she kind of heads towards the door where you guys entered first. And goes looking for Nadir and sends him in your direction.
Meanwhile, Nadir comes from the other direction.
Hi, Nadir, I'm going to need your help with stuff tomorrow, please.
Yes. Oh. And he just gives his other sister a quick glance and is that his brother or by a different parent?
Different parent.
Okay.
Half,
Oh.
I'd say at least, yeah, possibly half brother, but
Well, so is matriarch, half sister.
yeah.
Ah. Good. Looks like things were taken care of a little easier.
You have a confusing family.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, tomorrow, can you maybe help bring Melissa and her dad to Alrune, and then the two of you can maybe take them to the surface?
Nadir is gonna pause and be like, and he's gonna walk over to. Oh, hello. You're still alive. Good.
Amalika.
Listen, I saw the spelling and I couldn't remember how Karu had pronounced it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can smuggle him up. Them. Wow, that's weird.
Awesome, good. I'm gonna go get food for the baby now. I'll be back. And Remy just kind of disappears.
Do you need the gold for getting them up to the surface? Nadir.
You mean, which parts? You mean just the actual lift? That I can handle.
No, the teleport from Skullport.
Oh.
There's a teleport from Skullport that was, I think, 50 gold?
Yeah, that would actually help quite a bit.
Because if nothing else, it's a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Apparently, it's befriend all the Drow day for Omitra.
Mm-hmm.
How the coins go, excluding Electrum, go by tens, right? Tens or hundreds?
By tens.
I think it's tens, yeah.
Mm-hmm. 10 silver is 1 gold. 10 copper is 1 silver.
And 10 gold is a platinum.
Yep.
Okay. So
just in case, 150 gold probably it, because baby, they might still charge full price.
probably. All right. Drow, don't make me regret this. I'm going to give him 10 platinum.
Thank you.
And whoever else is going with them will need to figure out their own way. But I figure since they're going to Elrond's contacts, probably either with her parents or with the Zentarum, then I shouldn't be completely useless.
We actually have an answer to where the fuck do they get milk, thanks to our chat.
Oh, yeah?
There's animals called Deep Rothe, or Deep Roth, or something, that live deep in the Underdark, that are like, imagine Underdark buffalo, except with only 4 limbs instead of like Quactillion. I will post a link.
Is this like water bears except for milk bears?
I don't know how to feel about the phrase milk bears. But they're unaligned. They're not chaotic evil. They have an average height of 4 feet, average weight 700 pounds.
A CR of a quarter.
They're not things to fight. They're
Wait.
things to melt.
No. but we could polymorph somebody into one of these.
No.
They have the ability to magically create dancing lights to communicate with other members of their herd.
That's actually pretty cool.
And Rothe resemble musk oxen in general. It's one of the primary livestock of humans, of Faerun, and Drow of the Underdark. The deep Rothe are basically the equivalent of the weird fish that live in the deep sea and communicate by flashing each other.
This is really fucking cool, actually. Thank you. Thank you, chat.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you, Damocles? I'm gonna go ahead and guess.
Damocles, yeah.
Also, I like your username.
Yeah, that's
Holy
pretty
hell,
good.
Yeah.
Same.
Like a sword of knowledge hanging above our heads.
I mean, so was Garm, but it was his idea, so.
That's fair. Thank you.
Apparently, they were getting creeped out by the spider milk idea.
I mean, we all
I mean,
were.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of us liked it.
No.
Listen, at least I thought of maybe
I liked
mushroom
it.
bullshit.
Okay,
I
I don't know
mean-
if that's just about me.
There's always the driders. Anyways,
Yeah,
No.
we weren't getting into
Even
that.
worse.
No.
All
Thanks,
right.
I hate it.
No.
Nadir's just gonna look at the rest and be like, "I'll meet you guys in the morning," and then he's gonna walk out the door that his sister went out.
Where's Tethrin at?
Catherine's kind of just like probably over. If there's not a chair, and he's not gonna sit on the bed, so he's probably leaning over on this wall over here, and he's likely thumbing through a spell book, not necessarily the one from that corpse.
Yeah. Notice. Don't think that I'm going to do that every time you expand your damn library.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
So, and I'm just gonna plop next to him. I was right about the Tarask.
Oh, I know. And apparently you're not the only one who knows.
Yes, they said that they were close to Hallister, which makes me think either Hallister has something to do with it, or they do.
Ah.
I mean, they would be the most powerful people we've either met or known about. At least in these parts. Is there like... I guess if there's like Drow around that seem friendly, then I'd ask them if there's a library around. But other than that, I'll just go to whatever rooms we end up getting.
okay. Since you guys have basically free reign of the inside of this place, I'll just delete the doors for you, and you can
Cool.
do some exploring.
For our listeners, what I didn't mention audibly, I guess, was that the bouquet of roses that I gave the lady of the Shadow Dusk family were 5 flowers that didn't really grow well in the Underdark, the non-magical golden ring, and a rubbing of Mordekainen's sword, which is a 7th level spell. So hopefully they'll like me if we find them again and won't immediately kill me on sight.
Nice. At some point, Remy returns with food for the baby and just is basically helping the dad and making sure the baby is okay. This is going to be her evening.
Yeah, he suggests bringing the cradle into the larger room that's not a mini dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And once the baby has been fed, just tries to get it to go back to sleep, which is probably easy enough after
It's not an
everything.
it, it's a her.
So that's for Remy. What are the rest of you doing? Torch.
not really much for me to do until we can leave this place.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
mean,
not
unless
and I'm not keen on wandering the halls of this place aimlessly by myself and getting stabbed to death by drow with poisoned knives.
That's fair.
Eh,
What about Tethrin and Mitra? Just wandering to the.
Tetrin is probably reading all of the spell books he's got. I think he's got like 3 now.
Okay. Well, Amitra, you said you wanted to wander to look for the rooms that she had mentioned,
yeah.
and you find it pretty easily. The furnishings are made of zirk wood, include a large bed with spider silk sheets and an armoire. There is a shuttered lantern that is magical, that hanging above the bed.
Is that the only magical thing in the room?
Correct.
Huh.
There's also a pretty large, comfy-looking sofa.
I would like to take a great deal of time inspecting this room for any traps or listening devices or
Okay.
secrets.
Are you going to essentially take 20 on checking
Yeah.
this place out? Okay,
It's
fair
like
enough.
an hour or something or 2.
Mm-hmm. You don't find any listening devices, but you do find a listening thing inside the armoire. At first, you think it's a bat that's just clinging to one top corner. You know how tiny bats are, and you just like
Mm-hmm.
roost in a corner. It's just sitting inside the armoire.
Is it a recording device for vision and sound, or just sound?
No, it's an actual bat.
Oh,
As soon as you disturb it, it goes and starts flapping in your face, trying to get out.
what do I have that would distract the bat without killing it?
Crickets.
You do notice it has a bit of a magical tint to it.
I'm gonna prestidigitate the sound of crickets.
Where?
I'm gonna hold out my hand and prestidigitate the sound right underneath my hand. So like
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it'll like flap around and then like land on your hand and then crawl under it trying to find the cricket.
yeah, we're just gonna grab the little bat and wrap it up.
Cute little puppy.
Give me a dexterity check.
Oh, God. That'd be a 12. This bugger's very hungry.
Where the? Are you telling me there's no hand for this thing?
I think there's only one for like a giant bat.
No, there's
Or am I
Oh, you
spelling-
mean like within Mad Mage?
Yeah.
there's actually a thing for bat. Just a regular one.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking at
Unless
it.
like this one's got special stats or something, which it might.
It slips out of your grasp before you can grab it and heads to the door.
Aw, little magical buddy. All right, we'll make little scree noises by the door if you want back in. What aura magic did it have?
Transmutation.
Wait, what? Okay, never mind. I guess I'm gonna go fucking chase the bat.
It is heading for the door to the east once you exit the chamber, and you notice that above the door is a little hole that looks about the size that a bat could fly through.
Yeah, I'd like to Misty Step and use Mage Hand to block it.
Okay. It kind of like nearly slams into you. And then it farts out a green gas.
Not a bat.
Give me a constitution saving throw.
That's a 14.
Okay. You are not poisoned, but this smells terrible. Like yeah, really bad.
About how far am I from where the rest of the group was that I know of?
Not too far. You're like 60 feet away from the like that door there is the like this place is not very big.
All right. Who was the closest when I left? Tethrin?
Tethrin,
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah, he was on that wall back there.
I mean, Torch is not too far off, but he's
Yeah.
in the same room.
I'd like to use thaumaturgy to make my voice louder and say, Tethrin, there's a disguised bat running amok here.
Well, gonna put my book away and start hopping towards.
You walk into the corridor to see a tiny bat flapping in your direction.
Close the door.
Oh, he did.
Careful. It attacks magically.
All right. I'm gonna twang my Bendor, and then
Speak with animals.
calm down. Come here. I'll give you crickets later.
You use your speak with animals, and this bat kind of like doesn't really seem to react to that. Instead, in your head, you hear what languages do you have?
Infernal is definitely one of them.
This is not infernal.
Oh, right.
Okay, so you hear something that like sounds as evil as infernal does, but is not infernal in your head.
Oh, so I would be able to at least recognize it as abyssal, correct?
I mean,
Correct.
you've heard Amitra use it a bunch.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna.
Actually, I'm
be
pretty
like,
sure you've heard someone use
yeah,
that curse
I've
word.
heard a lot of things use that, and I'm gonna be like, that's not a bat.
Oh, I know. It's got transmutation on it.
Yeah, I don't suppose I could try and use Mage Hand to grab it.
Give me a dexterity check.
Okay. $24,
Yeah, you grab it out of the air.
and I hover it down. Just cooperate. You're allied with them, aren't you? Well, not like it can actually understand me.
Yeah, so, Karu, while Tethrin was trying to catch the bat, I'd like to use message to mentally scream at it as loud as possible to try and make it flinch.
Message has a verbal component. You have to verbally speak whatever the message is. Because it is a cantrip, you cannot do things like that. Unfortunately, you have to whisper the message, and then it is sent to the other person. So it's not going to be that loud.
Then I would like to whisper, since I guess I don't know what it is, so we will go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to roll a d8 to figure out what language I do this in. 3. Okay, yeah, that's great. So in Draconic, I'd like to whisper to it that it looks like a very tasty meal, or at least a light snack.
It does not seem to react to your whisper, but yes, Tethrin Shiro is correct. You did see Rilna use a quasit, and the quasit
Turned into a bat. So
Ah.
Tethrin's gonna look at Omitra and be like, "It's a closet. Probably speaks abyssal."
Then I'm going to repeat the message in abyssal.
I bet it's.
Well, it has been caught, so you see it kind of like poof. And I think quasits might be a bit too heavy for the hand.
10 pounds, I think, right? Or is it 5?
I'm not sure. I also made a bit of a mistake with the attack because I thought it was a dredge, not a quasit. Thanks to Show for correcting me on which tiny demon this is. But it transforms back into its normal form, and it's just like looks back and forth between you two. It's like, eh.
I'm gonna very slowly unfurl my wings and look down at it.
Is this the same closet?
No, it's a different closet.
No.
Okay.
Just in case you need a reminder what these things are.
I know what they look like.
Little
Yeah.
green toad goblins.
We might want to get
Leave me alone.
Hmm.
It says in abyssal.
Why would we leave you alone? I have questions for you.
Like what? And why should I answer them?
Because I can just squish you. Like I did the last one. No, that's not the baby from the Mandalorian.
What questions do you have?
Who do you work for?
Rilna?
I'm inciting that because I think that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Sure,
Fur?
you don't understand him.
Oh, I don't. Which is why I got
26?
naked.
Omitra, yes, this closet works for Rilna.
Alright, then I probably won't. Tatharin, this one works for Rilna. So don't kill it. I'm just gonna say that in what languages do we share?
Primordial,
In Infernal.
Infernal.
So in Primordial, I'm gonna tell him that.
He like looks at you suspiciously. He's like,
I'm gonna frown, and for a moment, my rapier had half been out and kind of a little trail of green flame, just on the very, very base of it. And then I'm gonna be like, well, fine. And then I'll deliberately sheath it again.
it sticks its tongue at you.
I take out my rapier and let the whole thing erupt into flames for a second. I raise my eyebrows.
And just runs behind Omitra.
He's still in the hand. Wait, is it? How heavy is it?
Probably more than 10.
It's tiny.
It is
it
tiny.
Familiar?
It's basically a familiar, yeah. But it will climb up Omitra and sit on your shoulder.
So what are you doing in our rooms?
Not your room, that's my room.
Rilna said we could use it.
Yeah. It's still my room. I was there to keep an eye on those Shadow Dusk people.
Well, they're gone now, so you don't need to do that. Oh, and I have some very juicy information for you. Better even than your crickets that you wanted.
Oh.
You may want to go back to Rilna since she could use a little bit more protection as, matriarch. So, shoot, my room now.
Okay. He jumps off, transforms back into a bat, and goes towards the
And
hole in
fucking
the
books
wall.
it.
Good talk, huh?
Oh, I just told him that, he might want to be a little bit more useful to the matriarch. And I told him that this was my room now.
You're incredibly dramatic. Are you sure you weren't a bard in some other life?
I think you've rubbed off on me.
Good.
Either way, I checked the room. There's nothing else weird about this. There's not even any secrets.
Well, that's boring.
I know. Maybe there's another room you can check.
I mean, there are other rooms in here. Car, you said the kitchen was this one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and there's a bath in this one, looks like.
Yep. I don't know what the fuck this room is.
What? Oh, hey, there's a thing in this room.
So you go into that room. There's near on a peg by the door, there's a long black cape with silver web-like embroidery and a silver spider clasp hanging from it.
Mitra.
Why? I know exactly what people here are looking for. It looks gorgeous. There's also an ornate Zirkwood lectern standing in the middle of the room.
Lectern.
And at the foot of the lectern, there is an adamantine chest with spider-shaped handles.
Ooh. I'm gonna investigate that chest for traps real quick.
Okay.
Also magic.
The chest does have magic on it.
Oops.
I don't-
Wow.
Yeah, I would tell Tethrin.
Oh, it's got magic. All right.
It's
Well.
locked.
I know it's locked. I was investigating it for traps first.
We can always ask Rilna later what's in it.
I'm pretty sure both of you are familiar enough with the spell to recognize that it has an arcane lock on it.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Is the cloak magical? Or is it just spider silk?
No,
Like
it's
spider
just
monkey?
yeah, it's just really fancy.
Interesting.
Huh. Yeah, I thought I did, but I don't. Actually, let me check other spell books.
I'm not gonna loot the room right next to us yet.
Oh, I do have knock in spellbook number 2.
Do you have to prepare that?
I don't know if it can be cast as a ritual or not. So if so, if not, then yeah. I didn't think so. Look.
Spells knock. It is not a ritual.
Nope, it's not. Yeah, so I'd have to actually prepare it for the next day.
It's also loud as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I could
yeah.
cast
Oh.
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
Or we could
Knock
just
is
wait.
not secretive.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll just wait for the rest of our party. I'm sure it's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, whatever. We'll ask Rilna about it in the morning.
Let's see here, an hour. I would like to ritual cast Unseen Servant.
Okay.
And then die.
Yeah, and then die. To stand. I'll just post the text.
What are you commanding your unseen servant to do?
Oh dear.
Let's see here. I'm going to have it stand by the door and have it knock when people are coming.
Okay.
Okay.
Or, sorry, and knock every time someone comes towards this door. Because I don't know where this one goes to. The one on the right.
Okay. That one looks like it heads out of the fortress.
Okay, yeah. Then have it stand by the bedroom door and then just basically tell us when someone's coming.
Okay.
And I'll just ritual cast this every 50 minutes or so. Because it lasts an hour.
Yeah.
And that's how I'll spend my evening.
You could also. That.
Are you Are you sent? Yeah, you could cast alarm. Um,
That's
did
not fun.
anyone send a message to the group of Alvendar that are waiting for you?
I thought they were sending a bat.
Right,
I
but you
also told them I couldn't send a message until tomorrow.
right.
Yeah.
So you were offered the option to send a bat, but like, what are you telling them to just come here, like follow the bat home, or
Well, we were also probably going to say that the matriarch has been taken care of, and that the remainder of House Freth is more amenable to allying with House Avrendar.
But do we
Yeah.
want to tell that to the group that's waiting for us, or do we want to wait and send it to, the group at...
The matriarch.
Yeah, I say we just keep silent towards that group right now, because, hey, they don't know what we're doing. And maybe hold off and contact the matriarch first tomorrow morning.
okay?
Yeah.
So you want to leave them in the dark and be like, oh, we're still lost in the maze.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they don't know that we got a direct route there. Like, we're adventurers. It's a maze. We might have had to stop. Maybe we got in fights. They don't
And
know.
we did say that we were basically going to physically come back. So they wouldn't
Or
be...
send a message tomorrow if not,
Yeah.
because I can't send messages until tomorrow.
So they aren't like
Okay.
expecting an answer today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough. So you all hunker down in the guest room for the night.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then Ritual cast Tiny Hut.
Alarm. Oh,
Well,
tiny
Is
that
that
too.
where the kid is? Because I want to keep in the same
Yeah,
room
keep the
as the
kid-
kid in
keep the
case
kid.
she
No.
wakes up.
The kid is being held in the bigger room that Erlo was in.
Do
I'm
you want me-
assuming we cleaned up the bodies, by the way.
Yeah, what do
I
you want to
guess
do with the
so.
bodies?
Throw them in the dungeon at least.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, the
Like-
baby can't form memories this early.
Yeah, but they're gonna start stinking.
You notice that by the time you actually remember to check up on him, the Avendar spy is gone.
Shocking no one.
Hey, you didn't
Yeah.
do anything with it either.
Remy's at least gonna keep in the room where the baby is, because it's gonna wake up at some point, and
Mm-hmm.
like she's assuming the dad will at some point help
Trench.
out with shit, but they can do shifts because baby.
Yeah. Yeah, baby's gonna be waking up pretty often.
Do
Yeah.
you want me to do Tiny Hut in with the baby? That'd mean I'd have to stay with it, but
Do you really want to get woken up constantly by the baby?
I mean, I've got alarm. I'm probably gonna get woken up constantly by that too.
Okay. Yeah, because unfortunately I can't do anything in terms of...
What is that?
Oh.
Oh. It was just being resized.
Turns out when you drag a asset into Roll20, sometimes it's oversized.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And also, Karu. There we go. For a second, I couldn't go through the door.
Yeah, I actually made that token out of a few different assets and then
Well-
drew the thing on top of it.
So, to be fair, if I'm gonna be in the room with this baby, I'm gonna be on the fucking bed, since I have to do it with 10-foot radius anyway.
Okay, so you're sharing the bed with the father?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I probably
I mean-
would have explained to him that I'm going to put up a thing that will make it a lot safer for the child.
Yeah.
And
I
let's
mean,
be honest, him.
To be fair, he's a drow, so he doesn't technically need to sleep. He's probably just sitting on the edge of the bed looking at the child and being very paranoid about everything. But
I'm
he's
sure-
also been tortured for the last few weeks, so honestly, he probably needs to rest anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mhm.
what rest a newborn child can give him, which is not much.
Which is why Remy is helping.
I will point out if Remy takes care of that child, you aren't getting a long rest.
And you have to prepare your spell.
Yeah. Fuck.
Because this
set
is
up
a
like
lot
what?
more intensive than even just keeping watch. This is newborn baby bullshit.
Fuck.
Do you want Torch to help take care of the kid?
Yeah, because Remy needs to prepare new spells.
It's okay if anything goes wrong. I got gentle repose.
You can during a long rest you can have up to 2 hours of light activity, which is basically what is considered the watches usually. So if you did watches with other people, you could look after the baby for 2 hours and then take the rest of your rest elsewhere so that you're not woken up every time.
Yeah, she can do that. Basically, like, the group could be there when Tethrin casts Tiny Hut, but then we can leave and come back as long as Tethrin.
Yeah, Tethrin's the only one that can't leave.
Remy can basically do a 2-hour shift helping the kid when she wakes up, and then she'll go rest and then basically poke Torch and be like, your turn.
Yep.
As long as those helping are only helping for 2 hours, you guys could take turns taking care of the baby and still have a long rest.
Okay.
The only one that would suffer the no long rest is Tethrin, because he'd be waking up every time the baby.
Well, unless he like stuffed a pillow over his head or something too. Wouldn't have been the most pleasant of rests. To be fair, I think I might have silence as well.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
but don't do that.
Yeah, I just figured I should point out that I actually do definitely need the long rest more than anybody else in this party.
Yes,
right now.
I know.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys all take a shift with the baby watching. I mean, the father's also helping, so
Yeah.
and he doesn't need as much, so he can
trance.
So honestly, Remy can do a shift, Torch can do a shift, and then the dad can take over for the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And Teflon will just like put the blanket over his head.
All right, sounds good. So you all managed to get a long rest, some more restful than others. Hey, show, why don't you give me a con save?
Can I at least have advantage on it?
I don't see why you'd have advantage.
9. I'm probably exhausted. Or at least irritable.
Yeah, you get your stuff back, but you do have 1 level of exhaustion.
Well, you know what? I'm going to spend a 5th level spell slot, cast Greater Restoration, and null that exhaustion point.
Okay. All right, so next morning you all wake up.
I had a great long rest. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, but you're also the one we wouldn't have trusted with the baby for 2 hours, so...
Oh, it's not even that. Omitra didn't even offer.
Yeah, we didn't even try suggesting it to Omitra.
Omitra's like, hell no, I don't want to have anything to do with this damn baby.
Fair enough. Well, luckily, the baby will be leaving today. So Remy prays to her goddess and switches up a couple spells because she's gonna need them.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just.
Oh yeah.
That was rolling for how many charges of the Staff of Flowers.
Yeah, I know. I've got to actually.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, Omitra. I need you with prestidigitation to show me exactly what the Alvendar matriarch looks like.
How well can I do this, Karu?
Omitra does have a really good memory.
Yeah, I was thinking of like the thing you.
I mean, to be fair,
just enormous blankers.
Has Tetrin seen the matriarch too, right? No, actually, he
hasn't. That was Nadir.
Yep. I mean, if you called for Nadir, he probably would come.
Yeah, I mean, if needed, like if Omitra isn't super sure, she would call Nadir and be like, Nadir, you and Omitra need to collaborate to make sure I have an image of the matriarch.
Okay.
As accurate as possible.
oh, hold on. Nadir would be like, okay, here, how about this?
Oh, right. You have disguise.
Disguise self.
How do you think he was able to move when he's not invisible, or when he
Fair
doesn't,
enough.
when he can't be invisible?
Well, that's just cheating.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that works. That works perfectly. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, the other thing about sending, it can only be 25 words, guys. So hang on a sec.
So clearly you have to send a message being all rambly like, "Hello, how are you? My name is Remy. I'm contacting you about something that happened yesterday."
She's not gonna pull a jester.
It's like when you try to cheat the system by placing a like collect call, but you get your entire message in the part where you're supposed to put your name.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you gotta do with
We had
sending.
a baby Eats Boy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hi, would you like to accept a call from I had a baby Eats Boy? Yes, no.
11. Oh. Well, this is 16 words.
Give me a second to think.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that looks pretty adequate. Baby, it's a boy.
Actually, it's a girl.
That's also true.
It's the older joke that I had known.
Oh, I know. I mean, I don't know the joke, but I kind of assumed it was based off of something.
Okay, so how about first of all, Elrond's team, so she knows who the fuck is sending this. Then what Cho said, and then at the end add in bat sent to meet part way. Basically, as a there's going to be something coming to meet you and guide you. And point out who the fuck is talking.
Well, are you going to send it just to the matriarch, or are you going to send it to the troops too?
I can only send this a few times.
How many words is yours show?
Mine is 16.
Okay. So
Like this message to the matriarch specifically.
Can I point out a problem with the idea of them meeting the bat part way? It's a bat in the Underdark.
which bat?
Exactly.
It could get eaten.
I mean, it's some kind of magical. I'm assuming it's like a trained message bat, right?
They attach a scroll to its foot. But
Yeah.
But it would
they're
probably...
Underdark pigeons.
Yeah, but it'd probably be better just to tell them to stay in place until the bat arrives with like more elaborate stuff. Otherwise, they risk either checking every bat they encounter for a message or missing it because it's a bat. I mean, I don't. Is it a familiar, or is it just a messenger bat?
I mean, assuming Tethrin and Omitra have. Well, you saw what the one bat that Rilna sent yesterday, and that was. It was a dretch that turned into a bat.
It was.
Sorry, Quasit. Not a dretch. I keep.
So it's intelligent enough to be able to find the matriarch.
Oh yes.
And like smack her in the face and be like, "Rah."
How about that? Elrond's team dealt with matriarch. Rest of Freth is amenable to alliance. Reinforcement against Minotaurs needed. Bat sent to give more details. Expect soon.
Excellent.
Does that work to send to the matriarch? Because it's 24 words.
Let me just put this text up so I can count words.
Okay, fair enough. That's what I've had to do.
The one I wrote was 22.
I don't think the this messaging system has emotes.
Well, that's garbage.
Oh, wait. If we use Elrin's team instead, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. How many can it be?
25.
25.
So the second one I sent was 16 words, which is just the message.
Mm-hmm.
18 with um
Elrin's team.
actually it would be 20 if you said 19 from Elrin's team. And then you would have 6 left over for
Various emotes.
greater than :C3. What?
No emotes.
I like how you all just thought about it. Go :3 C, not :C3.
You said :C3.
Anyways, so what are I'm assuming you guys have like parchment and pen and are writing these things out.
Yes.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I now realize I should be helping, but I am not. I am instead
Okay,
making
so
stupid jokes inside chat.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
But yeah,
Okay, I think I have one. I used a bit of Pai's idea, well, at least for organizing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I think I have the message to the matriarch ready.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Do you think that works, or should I instead say new matriarch is new leader is amenable to an alliance?
I guess that's, do we want the matriarch to know it's a new leader or not?
I mean, the thing is, at least saying they have someone who is representing them is a good idea. New head, that could work too. I think actually Rest of Freth probably works better. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, for the matriarch, I'm going to send cast sending. Also, she'll be able to reply. I'm just gonna.
You send a short message of 25 words or fewer to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. Spell enables creatures with a score of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance or planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that it does not arrive.
So I'm going to cast sending, and the message is going to be dealt with matriarch. Rest of Freth is amenable to alliance. Reinforcement against minotaurs needed. Bat sent to give route info. Expect soon from Elrun's team.
Okay. There's a short pause before you get a response. Excellent news. We will be awaiting that. And we'll send reinforcements soon.
Sweet. So that's one down. Next message is going to be going to Elrune because the other group that's waiting for us can wait until the end. So Elrune's basically has to be, hey, we're sending these two to you. Get them to the surface. Please help them. Because I mean, the thing is, Nadir is going to be going with them, so he'll be able to give greater details. It's more just warning Elrune to, hey, be ready, keep an eye out for Nadir.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes.
sorry, I'm typing out words.
Mm.
Turns out there's a reason I don't do diplomacy in haiku. It's really hard. Most of the words are really big.
Okay, oh, fuck. Right. She should add in that info. Okay.
Just say,
Thanks.
ha, Tarask, real.
Tarask confirmed.
Actually, if it's Underdark stuff, if you add in Shadow Dusk, there's a real chance that someone in the Zentarum would recognize that.
Can't believe we're all
Right.
gonna die to Tarasks.
More than one? I can do that. Do we want to go on break while you guys figure this out so we don't have
Yes.
endless silences? And
Yes.
also, it's almost 8 o'clock, anyways.
That's true.
Okay.
Right. We will
All right.
be right back, everybody.
See you in a bit.
And just before we go on break, I would like to thank all of our lovely patrons. Jesus Mendoza, Shomaru, Sayoko Hawkin, Nicholas Calix, Kuromos, Snanji, Bosfini, The Webcoder, Skex's Chamberlain, Walter Cahill, Pyrolytic, Aster, Joker's Wild, Tess, Matthew Moquin, Me and Midair, DM Samuel, Kelly Ruiz, Udis, Matakure, Matt B, Georg Mir, Gunk, Keora, Duport Guillaume, John Blair, Jeff Sarempa, Tiger Engineer, Christopher K, Kristen Manning, Shao Sam, Tang, Lilias, Carl Sandstrom, and Michael Kieran. Thank you very much, and thank you very, very much for helping keep the lights on and stuff. And we'll be right back. And we're back.
Welcome back, folks. And after this slightly lengthy break, because we had a lot of figuring out to do, we're back. So you have all woken up, have sent one message so far via sending. You've all recovered your items that were taken from you. And I believe we're figuring out what you were going to send to Elrune next.
Yep. I think we figured it out, so as long as everyone's cool, I'm gonna cast the second sending.
Alrighty.
Do you want me to read it out loud, Gar? Or do you want...
And she
Yeah,
has to say it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the second one is for Elrune, and it's sending Nadir with 2 Drow. Help them get to surface. Your mother can help them. Omitra got confirmation from Shadow Dusk. Tarask attack real. Date unknown.
Brief pause before a very beleaguered sounding Elrune goes, "Do I want to know what you've done?" "Okay, I'll help. Stay safe. If I learn more about Tarask, contact me. Oh, if you learn more about Tarask, contact me. Research Shadow Dusk from my end."
I got Elrond's response back, guys. She doesn't sound happy. She questions what we've done, but says okay. Okay, third one. I almost accidentally clicked Revivify instead of sending. That one isn't
No.
needed.
Nor desired.
Isn't needed yet.
And the third one is basically to the one we've contacted with that other army on level 10? Yeah,
11.
11. Right, we're on 12.
Yes.
Okay. God, these levels. Okay, so dealing with Freth, more complicated than expected. Hold until you receive more details. Will be sent soon with backup.
Longer pause. You almost think you're not going to get a response, but eventually you get a response. You just had to find the way there and come back. We were going to help deal with them. Get back here as soon as possible.
Yeah, they don't like that answer. They want us to come back, but I say we go through the gate. Like, leave them. They're waiting for us. We don't have to deal with it. Because, Alvindar's going to get info about the whole, hey, Freth is going to pledge their alliance to you. And then the Alvindar people will, go and meet up with them. And then they won't, try and team up with Freth and fuck over Alvindar. Because I don't want to deal with those Drow politics.
And there are Drow politics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nadir. At this point, Nadir is in the room, and he's like just kind of.
Hi, Nadir.
I think
But
this is the
Drow
first time.
politics.
Hmm?
Go ahead, Graham.
Sorry. I think this is the first time I've been in agreement with all of you. It feels weird.
Yeah. So we can, go to the place where we saw the portal that you guys we know that goes to level 6. We can open that and let Nadir and the kid and dad go through, and they can go through there. But we can, before we leave, ask Freth, hey, how do we get to level 13? And then, just leave and let them deal with this. It's not our business, right?
I feel like it should be, but I also don't care.
This is Drow politics. This isn't our politics.
Yeah, I'm Sorry, go ahead.
Unfortunately, the only way I can deal with Drow politics at this point is to run away from it. Trying not to scream.
Fair enough. So, do we want to just do that? Maybe head to 13 after we make sure everyone else is safe going to level 6?
I admit I'm deeply curious about what the Iron Spider is. But I'm kind of hoping I don't have to find out.
Wise.
So I know that we don't want to be involved in Drow politics, but we will need to go back through these floors, and we don't want to make that any more difficult than is truly necessary. Also, I think at this point, Drow politics want to deal with us, whether we want to or not. Will Nadir, Tatharin, well, not Tatharin, Nadir, will leaving make it more difficult for us to go through 10 and 11 and 12 later?
It depends on how we leave.
Yes, well, this plan of you deal with the centaurs.
Minotaurs. But
Sorry, minotaurs.
no, it's fine.
And the whole scouts plus infighting.
What I would recommend would be to let the rest of House Freth and Rilna know that you have backup coming, and that at least part of it was from Avrindar, right?
Yes.
Or was it all of it?
I think all of
Do
it.
we have backup coming from anyone other than Avrindar?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so then let them know that Avrindar is coming and they will fortify, and that they also know of the threat of the Minotaurs.
Mitra.
But also,
Sorry.
also say that you have other priorities that need to be dealt with, and that was actually part of your reason for coming down here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Omitra is correct, and we probably shouldn't just disappear without saying anything, because we don't want to have the combined might of House Freth Ovrindar attacking us.
That's
Well,
why.
what I kind of meant was we talked to House Freth here. Alvindar's waiting for news, so they're going to send news to Alvindar. But once we've communicated with them that, hey, they've been contacted, they're glad to hear this, they're waiting for your message, and, we've opened the communication lines. We don't have to stay here for everything else. Like, we're outsiders. Also, I really want to get the kid out of here before Alvindar shows up, because if Alvindar shows up and the kid's still here, they're not going to let us get the kid out of here.
So get the kid out of here and then say our long goodbyes.
Actually, fun little fact.
Hmm?
I noticed in the slave pens that they've got a couple humans. And that's unusual.
I mean, I guess we could talk to them.
Maybe just.
Will they get mad if we get those humans out of here?
It depends. I mean, you did send reinforcements. It also depends on who you talk to. Not even sure if it's anyone you would care to take out. But
I mean, if there's
considering the usual fare are goblins and troglodytes.
I mean, we could at least go talk to them, assuming that it wouldn't cause undue discord within our new allies. Because, as Omitra has noted, we do want to be able to come back here later without getting stabbed in the face repeatedly with knives.
Oh, it wouldn't be the face.
Well, great then.
But
I'll talk to Rilna.
Okay, because we're not supposed to leave here right now.
And at some point during the conversation, Nadir had actually probably gotten the child in his arms, just for a bit. Whether or not he hated his one sister, it was her child.
Oh yeah, this kid is like blood related to you, isn't it?
Yeah. Awkward.
He's the uncle.
Before he leaves, Nadir will pass the child to the father.
Okay, Hatrin takes the child. And as you're doing that, Rilna does walk in.
Good.
Well, how goes everything on your end?
Oh, so I have contacted the matriarch of House Alvindar and basically was like, hey, House Freth is open for, joining House Alvindar, and there will be communication sent with like a route to get here, because they really need help with, the Minotaurs? Yes, right? Yes?
Yes.
Minotaurs before things go bad. So she said, okay, good, that's good to hear, and she is currently waiting for a message from you guys, because you said you could send it back, right?
Indeed I can.
So she looks happy, she sounds happy to have heard all this, and she's waiting for your message, and she'll be able to send people to help you with your issues.
Very well. I will. I've recalled all our forces to come to the fortress, so they may encounter Minotaurs on the way here, since they do like to take control of the maze section. We have pushed them back many times, but if all our Drow lookouts are back here at the fortress, then they will likely be on the warpath.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go through the maze area really quickly to get to a portal to get the kid and her dad out of here. But I also want to ask, hey, do you know how to get to level 13?
Yes.
How do you get to level 13? Because honestly, like, we're helping here, but afterwards we'd like to be able to continue on, and it'd be good to know.
There's a tunnel, a borehole leading to the next level down, not far from the, not far from here.
Awesome.
Just be careful of the worm that makes the hole.
Good to know. Thank you.
Is that worm with what vowel? What vowel is in worm there?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
It's
good.
not exactly a
What color is it?
metallic blue.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
Y.
It's a construct.
Oh, that's the.
Oh.
Okay.
Good to know. Thank you.
We're
Who
putting
controls it?
that one as an I for now.
No, though I believe it comes from the same factory that made the Iron Spider for us. It's probably in control of Torbriand.
How you spell that?
Factory?
Factory?
Yes, it's a place where they manufacture many things, generally of the same quality. And
God, I hate it.
Oh,
Well-
Turbian. Yes.
Considering the next level down is called Turbiand? What? Oh wait, I spelled it wrong.
I was gonna say, I hate it. Can you not?
Trobriand.
Oh wow, that's worse. I was just making a
That's even
crappy
worse.
Overwatch joke.
Okay, well, Trobriand. The next level down is colloquially known as Trobriand's Graveyard.
Hey, that's not a
Okay.
happy name.
is that where he died?
Oh no, that's where his constructs are.
I was gonna say, why don't we go anywhere happier, but the time that we went to the woods was probably my worst experience, so quite frankly, I'm pretty excited for Turbian's Graveyard.
Trobriand is apparently is I'm not sure if he's alive yet. Still, one of Hallister's apprentices.
Ah, okay, good to know.
Knowing past history with Hallister's apprentices, he might have turned himself into a construct.
Anyways,
Do you think he's the worm?
Probably not.
thank you, Garm.
You are welcome.
Is
As
that
now-
the first quote of this year?
It is.
Okay, so yeah, we should probably get moving with the kid first. Remy kind of runs off to the kitchen to collect like food and shit, so there's supplies for the kid and by extension the dad, but she's thinking of the kid a lot right now.
I mean, at least nobody seems to care that we want to smuggle the kid out of here. And then leave it to come murder House Rethavrindar later.
Nah, like her mother's already dead, so there's no one left for her to murder. She's not gonna pull an Elrune.
No, she's gonna become the new Frethriarch. You're telling me that's not a viable plot for a Forgotten Realms novel? She does that and she teams up with Drizzt Do'Urden, who might be still alive or resurrected or some shit because it's fantasy.
And maybe teams up with one of Relmevik's kids.
Exactly. One of his unreasonable number of children was down there looking for their dead weird father.
No, let's be real. It's probably their father failed in getting the Ankh, so now one of his oldest kid has been stuck with the curse of getting it.
That sounds
At
disturbingly
this
plausible.
point, this family thinks clearly one of the avatars of Horus Ray is a goat that keeps kicking out the damn eyes.
It is a question at this point whether this family is cursed or blessed by Horus Ray, and the answer is probably yeah.
Both.
Yeah, it's both of them.
Yeah.
Revealing that the true blessing is a curse. Or something. There's no deep moral, it's a Forgotten Realms novel.
The true blessing is a curse?
Yes. This is your moral. I hope we've all learned something today.
God.
Praise Horus Ray.
Disney.
So once Remy has a bag, she's ready to go and is like kind of like, can we get moving, please? Now?
Are you asking her about the thing that
Oh, Nadir probably would have looked at his
Nadira?
system and like, so I saw some humans in the slave pens. New acquisitions.
Yes, we found them lost in the maze, and we captured them and brought them in. Unfortunately, one managed to slip away from us.
Oh.
Some mage or something, he managed to activate one of the portals and disappeared on us.
At this,
What do you look like?
Yeah, at this, Tethrin's gonna perk up and be like, does he look like this? Prestidigitation, picture of Sarno.
Bit more
then-
haggard and more beard, but yes.
Shit. Which portal did he activate?
The maze portal.
Oh, the one that goes to 6?
No. The one that apparently sends you into a maze of some sort.
Oh, great.
Ah.
Amitra,
Go ahead.
I'm probably gonna need you. Because we're gonna need to go in that one at some point.
Wait. Tethrin, were you only looking for one person?
Yeah, and that was the one. I mean, to be fair, the rest of the expedition was a part of that.
You mean the ones who they've currently captured?
God, the one is the old man that Tethrin doesn't care as much about. But yeah. Tethrin's like, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, but do we like them?
Yeah.
I mean,
we should.
Sorno would be very, very upset with me if I didn't.
Yes, but if
try.
we free them, then we'd have to get them to somewhere safe, and that could take a while. And there'd be an attack, and maybe they'd be just safest here for right now until we can get back up.
You're stretching it.
Actually,
I don't think that they'd last.
Why
that
don't we
long.
just push them through the gate to level 6 with Nadir?
I'll be charging you extra for them.
I have another proposed solution. They're adventurers of some kind, by my understanding, correct? And they did make it all the way. Well, they did make it all the way down here, correct? Even if they were eventually captured by our friends. And we're about to be attacked by minotaurs. Perhaps we could use them. See if we could convince our friends to allow them to fight in defense of this place in exchange for their freedom afterwards.
Tethrin's gonna kind of raise his eyebrows. I'd like to see how that conversation goes. And he's kind of
honestly, if it gets rid of the whiny old man, then I'm all for it, says Rilna.
Tell me about it. Could you just like give him to them?
To the minotaurs?
That'd be a good weapon against them.
That seems kind of
unduly
bad.
cruel.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know what the minotaurs have done to deserve that. Good point.
Is it always
wow? I really like your whatever he is to you.
Do you want this guy back? I'm getting the impression you don't.
Tethrin, what's wrong with you?
Tethrin's just gonna take out a stack of paperwork that's like at least 2.5 feet thick.
How did you keep that in your bag like that?
It was in several bits. But he's like, this, and this, and this, and this were all of the trouble this guy has caused me over the past year before he went missing.
We can return him to whatever college or asylum he originally came from and have him deal with that.
I'm gonna point out I could easily get rid of that problem for you. And Remy's just gonna prestidigitate a tiny, tiny, tiny little flame in her hand.
No, I still need to actually submit these again.
Why? Haven't you been adventuring in this dungeon for months now?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Can I, like, look over the papers as he's waving them around to try and figure out what the fuck they are?
Yeah, I'm peeking too, because I'm curious.
It's all nudie drawings.
No.
They increase his reaction time by 3.6 times.
Oh my god, am I gonna really have to try and hide them?
I don't
Or
know.
at
Do you
least trying
want
to keep
to?
them from you. Kind
How?
of.
How?
Nope, not that much.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little surprised Omitra isn't just Mage handing us a piece off.
From
Yeah,
the middle of the pile.
Yep.
If Amita tried, then Tetram would have had a mage hand slap fight.
I can only
So
do.
I'm curious. I'm curious. What does some of the papers say?
There are a lot of expense reports, damage reports, just Tetran has to deal with a lot of his shit. So it's like,
So, Catherine,
hmm.
I'm gonna point out this paperwork you haven't filed in months.
Oh, I
From
have.
where I work from, that would get you in a lot of shit. Do you really want to go back to whatever your job was? I'm just pointing out you might be better off never going back, and I can get rid of the evidence for you.
No. I'm going to give this to the next person who's suckered into doing his paperwork for him. And I'm going to smile at them as they suffer.
What is wrong with you?
So, are we going after that guy?
Yeah.
We've
let's.
arranged. Okay. Okay, so. Rilna, do you want us to try and convince these people to fight for their freedom, or do you think you got that under control? I think maybe we should do it. No offense.
Kari, you're muted.
It's really up to you, honestly. If you want me to offer them their freedom in exchange for helping protect our stronghold, I'm sure I can manage.
I think maybe Rilna should do it. Tethrin,
What?
you're going to have a price on your head if they know you're connected with it.
That's a fair point.
What?
Yes, if you would
Oh,
take care.
Tethrin, go help her then.
No, nope, Tethrin's staying here with us. I don't know why I'm helping you. Yes.
I don't know why you're helping them either.
If you can convince them to do that, that would be wonderful. I feel like that's a win-win-win, possibly a fourth win situation for everybody except for the Minotaurs, who will presumably lose. I hope. I don't like Minotaurs. They're really big.
Yeah. Our reports say they're trying to summon Baphomet to this world.
Excuse me?
Wait, what?
They're apparently using the bones of all those they've killed in a ritual to bring Baphomet into this cave. So yes, they are definitely a force that needs to be eliminated.
Kara, what do I know about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who they're
What do we know
naming?
about Baphomet?
Yeah.
Well,
And how do I get his scythe?
Common lore would probably give you the like Baphomet bad evil god of Minotaur people.
That's nice. What else do we know?
Yeah,
Give
if
me
you
a
make,
religion check.
I get advantage on that shit.
11. God damn it, Remy.
I'm not trained in religion. Turns out. 13.
11.
This ain't a Tarask, I got a 7.
Oh, Nadir, let's see if you do any better than any of these suckers.
I am perpetually unclear as to whether Nadir is in the room, because it always feels like he leaves when you stop talking, but I'm not sure if that's just me.
He just fades into the background. You know that
Yeah, that's
ability
kind of
he
how it
has?
goes.
Yeah, and then he just like pops up still holding the baby. Hello. That's
Or the baby cries and you can't find them.
That's the gesture of him like feeding it with the bottle. I'm still here.
Do you know how to hold a baby, Garm?
My arm is down here. The camera only goes so high.
He doesn't know.
No,
I've only done that once. My aunt dropped her
So-
baby in my lap and went, "You're next," and then just left me that way.
You know, people say it as a joke, but I have legit replied to that with, "I'll start doing that at funerals then."
Oh God!
I've done it more than once, and it does work.
I'm lucky my family's never tried that with me.
They gave up on me. Anyway.
Nadir, you know a bit because, you know, you're from this house that's been dealing with Minotaurs for a while. You do know a few things. One, yeah, Horned King, blah, blah, some demon lord from the abyss. Apparently the priest that they have has tried on multiple occasions to bring the Horned King into this world and failed. Apparently, as far as he's concerned, it just means he doesn't have enough bones. Most of which came from, House Freth.
Yeah, I would be relaying all of this.
Okay, I think we can establish that anything where the problem is determined to be we don't have enough bones is the kind of thing we want to stop. Like, back me up here. If it's summoned with piles of bones, we don't want it. Right?
It's a demon, right?
It is
Yes.
a demon, yes.
Some kind of infernal, yeah.
Garm.
I'm gonna kill
You're
you,
gonna
Garm.
get punched someday.
It is gonna be so fucking worth it.
Hey, yo. Punch him a couple times.
I'm tempted right now, guys.
I know.
Remy just basically heard that this evil creature is trying to be summoned, and her Aasimar mindset is like, I need to get rid of this.
Do you share with the party that the problem is that they need more bones?
I mean, that's what they assume,
That's
whether
what
it's true
that's
or
what they
not.
think. And that's also probably why most Drow, once they die, are cremated. Aside from,
I kind of adore
necromancers.
that's sorry. I kind of adore that's a legitimate problem in this world. Like, what if I die and they use my bones to summon Bahamut?
Or raise me as a zombie.
Baphomet, sorry. Bahamut's the
And
Final Fantasy one.
Bahamut is the dragon.
Oh wait,
That's
these
a
are two
platinum
distinct
dragon.
things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And Bahamut is actually the platinum dragon, a good aligned
Yeah,
deity.
he's
Yeah.
the
Okay.
deity of metallic dragons.
Okay, I was thinking of Bahamut this whole time. But now that you mention it, I do actually know what Baphomet is. I may have a t-shirt with Baphomet on it, and someone's gonna hurt me for not recognizing the name.
Yeah,
To be fair, it's coming in the mail, it's not here yet. I'm wearing that for the next session, if I have it. Anyway.
Okay,
Right, well,
so
what are you guys doing?
first gang the baby out of here before we do anything else. We have to hurry before the Minotaurs take over the goddamn labyrinth.
And then we're
Okay.
gonna... and Tethrin is gonna make eyes at the rest of the party. Please, the maze.
Okay, out of character, what do we know about the maze?
Full of minotaurs. Bones.
Soon.
Well, there's already minotaurs in there.
No, but did we know anything about it before?
No, he went into...
In what term? It's you pass through a bit of it. It's the spot, the place that had like the 2 feet of
the fog.
Fog, and then there's an area that had 4 feet of fog, and that's where you found the
ghosts,
the stone leading upwards, and also where you saw the Minotaur ghosts.
Okay, so the maze they're talking about is on this floor. It is not another floor.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the Crystal Labyrinth, because that's what I was thinking this entire goddamn time.
No. Unfortunately, there are 2 distinct levels in the Undermountain. One is called the Maze level. You are currently on it. And there is another one called the Crystal Labyrinth. You are not there.
This has been a source of confusion throughout the entire campaign.
And what we've been told is that the Ankh is in the Crystal Labyrinth?
Correct.
And that Serrano, last we checked in with whoever the fuck knew, was in the maze.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
And you have now established that he was in fact here, but he jumped through another portal.
Okay. Are we gonna ask how the portal was activated?
The princess is in another castle.
What?
The princess is in another castle. Well, So the way that one works is not entirely sure, but apparently they're not exactly. It's not exactly a gate. It's two standing stones that have like these skeleton minotaurs in them, and if you touch it, you apparently disappear into a maze.
Has anyone who went in ever come out?
Oh yeah, they usually show up like max 10 minutes later, looking
Okay.
really disoriented and very confused.
But
This
he
guy,
never came back?
I mean, the problem was he came back immediately and the door to the like this portal opened between the standing stones and he ran through it and honestly we just didn't want to go through that portal.
Great. Has
Okay.
that ever happened before?
No.
How long ago was that?
A week ago?
I have wonderful news.
Oh no.
That's short enough
Oh.
time to use Clue.
Oh, yes. Oh my God.
Well,
Assuming we could see the ground.
Oh, yeah.
so there's one thing that I should probably mention about these standing stones.
Hmm.
There's 6 minotaur skeletons protecting that area.
Mm-hmm.
And the drow that are with them may not take kindly to the fact that I'm taking over the house. They are also Freth.
Well, that's fine. We've proven quite adept at killing Drow. No offense.
No offense taken.
Okay.
Now, I believe I know which gate you are speaking of that is within the maze. We can send a couple of our elite forces with Nadir and Hatrin if you do not want to go that way yourselves to save time.
I would appreciate that. I really want to get the kid out of here.
Nadir? Hatrin? Shall you pack up and leave then?
That would be fine. Although don't send too many. Because the
Just
more
2?
there are, the more likely it is that we'll be noticed.
I have 2 that might not want to come back.
Nadir is going to raise both of his eyebrows. Look at her. Oh?
Well, you did offer, so.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right then. So she takes Nadir, the baby, and Hatrin, basically preps them for travel, gives them a bunch of rations and some loot herself, and sends them on their way. What are the rest of you doing?
We're
Wishing
gonna
I
go
was...
blow up some minotaur skeletons.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
And
Yeah, I
probably
think we're
send
going to be
a couple
fighting the
Drow.
Minotaurs now, Karu.
Yep.
Okay. Rilna does mention that the way to the next level is north of where the Minotaur skeletons are.
Why do you leave minotaur skeletons if they're trying to freaking collect bones?
Well, because those were under. Oh. Those were enchanted by Drizrin?
Uh-huh.
What's his name?
Driven.
Driven. They were being used to protect that side of the cave against the Minotaurs.
Right. Okay.
Wow. He certainly had a fairly annoying sense of irony.
Yes.
I'm glad we killed him.
They are strong, and I do not know what will happen now that he is gone. I don't know if the skeletons will be active or not.
I would wager that they're going to be active and try and kill us. That's how this tends to go in my
Most likely.
experience. Yeah, I
Yes.
would not bet on anything else.
But if you go directly north from the Minotaur and the Standing Stones, you will find the donut-like shape and the hole going downwards of going towards Trobrians. Do you have any
Dharma!
issues, Garm?
I just think it's very funny that this drow knows what donuts are.
They're weirdly shaped babies.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
All right. So, are you heading out then?
Yeah, we're gonna go kick the shit out of
Yep.
Minotaurs, solve the spooky maze, and then go through a portal? Or
I
down
gotta
the...
go break up the fight.
Good luck.
Oh boy.
Yep, that 2 seconds definitely did come through.
Yep.
Yep.
For those of you playing along at home, that was Hobbs and Mittens going at it. Unfortunately, they're not very good about taking turns. They don't really do initiative. It's a problem. But both of them are probably going to get put in timeout.
Yeah, those cats are an issue. All right.
Yeah.
So, you are led out of the fortress, past the Iron Spider, which is a... It doesn't actually have an icon, I'm sorry. So I put a nice looking jeweled version for you.
Describe it with your mouth words, my friend. Tell me what the Iron Spider is.
The Iron Spider is actually a giant spider. It is motionless, standing there. It's made of iron. Big surprise there. It's a construct. It is 7 feet tall.
More words.
What more can I say about a spider made of iron?
Does it have joints? Does it have like bejeweled eyes set
Yes.
into it?
No, it's actually pretty, despite the icon I picked. That was just the closest I could find. The iron spider is... It looks like it's made out of iron.
Does it
Think clockwork.
horrifying? Does it look like something somebody goes into? Does it look like something somebody rides, or is it just like an independent warjack thing going on?
I don't... Do you want to ask Rilna about it? She's got the ring. She can show you.
And I'm just trying to determine from what it looks like.
Oh, yeah. It's too small to like. It doesn't look like it has a seat on it, or like it could carry someone. Though you could probably ride it independently, anyways, because it's large.
I've never wanted to ruin a plot by killing somebody unnecessarily so much as I do right now.
Don't you dare.
I know. I'm gonna be a good boy. Wouldn't fit Torch anyway, although he would love the Iron Spider. But
Well, don't worry. Eventually, we're going down to the level that probably has more constructs.
right when we go down the Timbit, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can have them make your construct looking however you want.
I have a book for that.
All right. So you were told once leaving the fortress that you had to go slightly north to the cave that didn't have bats in it, and then east. And I think from there you can
Oh,
already
look, a
see
skeleton.
the
Can you sing
skeleton.
us? There we go.
Oh, look, a skeleton.
I wonder if it's a Minotaur.
It's a pretty big skeleton.
Oh, I don't know if the magic will still be active. Yes, it fucking will.
Of course it is.
Yeah, you see a bunch of skeletons just like wandering around in that area.
How many is a bunch?
You can't tell due to angles how many there are.
Good. Are we killing them next time or today, I guess is the question.
Battle
Only
will
11.
definitely. Well, I've had some requests for a short session, so
Okay.
battle will happen next session.
Alright. I can't wait to get shit fucked the entire time because my weapon does slashing.
I mean,
Well-
mine does piercing, but I'm not gonna be. Well, hey, if you're not not objecting to being polymorphed again, I can do some things with bludgeoning.
We'll keep that in
Also,
mind.
I will show you this though.
Yeah.
The handout for Minotaur Skeleton is fucking awesome.
I do fear the Skeletors, yes.
Are they upside down sitting on thrones?
They are not upside down sitting on thrones, no.
I mean, this is a detail you could have forgotten. It's not that important, clearly, when we ask what's strange about a room. So.
Man, you know what would be a horrible revelation in this scenario? You know Brennerun, my Minotaur Barbarian with the mutant abilities?
No.
It would suck if he was from these guys, and that was just a thing they could do.
Garm,
Yo, what's up, man?
shut up.
You do realize he's in the same universe as this, right?
Apparently.
I'm just pointing out he is absolutely from this same universe as Mad Mage.
Yo.
All right, so tune in
I have great ideas.
next
bad ones.
Friday for Minotaur Skeleton Battle.
Skeletor!
Skeletors!
Good night, folks. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.